Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm China Green. We're going to begin this noon in Southeast Portland, where police are investigating a shooting which left one dead and another injured. This happened just after 2 p.m. on Powell Boulevard yesterday, near several businesses and a retirement community. That's when police found a man dead on scene and a woman in non-life-threatening condition. Authorities were focused on this car and the bullet holes puncturing the back and right sides of the vehicle. The investigation is ongoing. Stay with KGW as we bring you the updates. Police are investigating a death in Northeast Portland, which they say happened after a fight in an apartment complex. This was just after noon yesterday on Northeast Buxton near 26th Avenue in the Kearns neighborhood. When police arrived, they say the man was unresponsive and died on scene after officers went through life-saving procedures. The victim has not been publicly identified. A notorious car thief will be sentenced later this week in connection to the operation of an illegal towing ring. 52-year-old Joseph Beard was arrested back in January as part of Operation Mistletoe, an ongoing investigation by Portland Police and the Multnomah County DA's office. Beard was affiliated with Matters Auto Recycling, which law enforcement found had a history of selling stolen vehicles to a North Portland scrap metal company, which was crushed shortly after purchase. According to the investigation, Beard was confronted by a woman in December after she saw him tow her legally parked car. She followed him, boxed him in, and called police, but Beard took off before a report could be created. A month later, he was arrested while driving his tow truck and has been charged with 22 felonies. We're hearing from one parent calling on the Portland Public School District to keep a closer eye on bus routes after she says her two kids, both with special needs, were dropped off 7 miles from their actual bus stop. Thomas Schultz explains.
I waited around for a while thinking maybe they stayed for an after-school event.
Emily Day is the mom of Ruby and Lucy Day, a couple of Lincoln high schoolers. The two have special needs and take a specialized bus home each day. Though days before spring break, that ride went awry.
They got on what they thought was still their regular route, and it took them all the way to 92nd and Gleason.
All the way across town, instead of to the Pearl District where they live.
They just felt like the whole entire situation was a little bit terrifying, you know.
The two don't have cell phones, so they walked 10 blocks to a Burgerville to ask for directions. From there, the duo boarded a TriMet bus to a MAX train, then hopped on a streetcar, before finally reaching their neighborhood, a mile from school, an hour and a half later.
It makes me feel very scared. It makes me worry that something could have happened to them.
Scared, worried, and determined to find out what happened. So Day contacted Portland Public Schools.
They weren't quite sure what happened.
And it was days before they had an answer. Day says she was told the bus route changed, though neither she nor her girls were notified.
I think that they need to be communicating bus routes more effectively.
And on that mid-March day, she says there was a substitute driver who district officials told her was assigned to take one boy across town.
That was astounding. I mean, 2 blonde girls boarding the bus when one boy is supposed to be on that bus.
She says the driver only checked with dispatch to see if the right kids boarded after dropping off Ruby and Lucy. A Portland Public spokesperson says the substitute driver is a contractor, not a PPS employee. And in a statement, she says Portland Public deeply regrets what happened, though they want to reassure families, too. The mistake doesn't reflect the work their transportation does on a daily basis. Still,
I just want to make sure that no other kids get taken so far away from home, especially kids with special needs.
All right, taking a quick look outside over the Rose City, where it's currently 51 degrees. We could be expecting some sunshine later this week, though. Let's get to meteorologist Rod Hill with our weather.
Yeah, we do start with that reminder that it's going to get cold tonight. Everything shaded in blue. Technically, the darker blue here is the frost advisory. The lighter colors are the freeze warning. Basically, the Weather Service is saying up at upper elevations, and when you get up into the Hood River Valley, temperatures could go as low as 28. The frosty conditions in the Willamette Valley, Portland, Salem, Vancouver, more like 31, 32, 33 degrees. But all of us are going to be close to freezing when you wake up tomorrow morning. So don't forget, if you got something you want to bring indoors tonight, Make sure your garden hoses are unconnected from the outside spigots and that type of thing. Well, today shaping up a lot like yesterday. You can see the scattered spritzy showers or spotty showers still feeding into us in a northwest flow. We've had a few raindrops come over downtown Portland just the past couple of hours. Radar showing another light shower getting ready to hit downtown Portland. But there are a lot of sunny spots. Here's Chinook Winds Casino Resort Cam in Lincoln City. That looks great. Now, the best chance overall for clouds and showers would be when you get up into the mountains. This is 1,500 feet, the Mount Hood, Oregon Resort camera up in Welch's. Flurries up around pass level today, no big deal for travel. The Bricks have had a little bit of rain, as I mentioned. Our temperature out at the airport right now is 54. We'll only get up to about 58 degrees. Showers end later today, clearing tonight, a cold morning on Wednesday. We'll talk more about that coming up.
That cold morning. All right, Rod Hill, thank you. A family-owned produce company on Portland's Central East Side is celebrating 110 years in business. And this year, the president of Ranella Produce says he's feeling extra thankful. Deidre Johnson explains why.
David Ranella isn't taking for granted he's here today.
I've been gone for 4 months. I had to go down to the Mayo Clinic. I had a little cancer problem.
Not only is he battling the disease, but he almost lost his life when he was beat up outside his business in October of last year. Several people attacked him when he saw them breaking into his car.
Then they discovered that I had a heart attack when I was getting beaten on the side of my building. And it's a big deal because it's my first day back. Is the driver still there?
Now, after going through all that, he's celebrating the 110th anniversary of Ranella Produce. It's a business that provides all kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables.
To save them money meal by meal, to give them nice Roma tomatoes at a good price so they can make their salsa, or the navel oranges that taste so good.
So what's the secret to the success of the business? Customer service is the top priority.
They just feel good coming in here. That's what they tell me. They said, you guys just make the atmosphere so nice down here when you come here. So they just happy to come back. And like I said, we always find good deals, so the prices are just great.
For David Ranella, he's thankful to enjoy another day of a business he loves so much.
Trying to get my feet on the ground again. And whatever's left of me, with all that radiation that I had to take, I dropped to 158 pounds and probably down about 50, 60 pounds. But I am here.
Deidre Johnson, KGW News.